Woody Allen will be 82 years old this December and he's still making a new film each and every year, so that really deserves respect. But unfortunately, Wonder Wheel is a really weak entry in his impressive filmography.
I know what it is you did.
Don't you think you're being a little melodramatic?
Every once in a while, filmmaking legend Woody Allen sets his films in the past, and for his newest one, Wonder Wheel, he chose the 1950s, and the location is Coney Island. I'm no expert when it comes to Allen's films, but I do remember that his movie persona in his classic Anyhow was apparently raised under the Coney Island roller coaster, so he seems to have a sweet spot for that place. And how could he not? At least I would have, if I were growing up in New York. I always liked amusement parks and fairs, and this was also my biggest reason to look forward to this film. And I have to say, the atmosphere of that place, the highly saturated colors, especially the many orange tones, and also the old songs that played during the film were quite nice. But the story, characters and directing were not. The movie opens up with an introduction by Mickey, who functions both as a fourth-wall-breaking narrator and a central character in a three-way love story. I guess Timberlake got some acting chops, but so far I've not really seen many of his bigger movie roles. His character here is kind of bland. He's a good-looking lifeguard who is dreaming of becoming a playwright, and his biggest flaw, as he puts it, is that he's too romantic. Ginny, played by Kate Winslet, was once an actress, now just a waitress, and she's living with her little son and her husband Humpty in a small place right in the middle of the Coney Island hurdy-burdy. Humpty, played by Jim Belushi with a giant belly, is a rough, ordinary, fishing and baseball-loving kind of guy who's operating a carousel. The story begins with Carolina, played by Juno, Humpty's long-estranged daughter, reappearing. She's a marked woman, as often pointed out, hunted by gangsters after she left her hoodlum boyfriend and went to the FBI. Wonder Wheel is a very basic love triangle, with Ginny having an affair with Mickey, who falls in love with Carolina. All while gangsters come looking for her, but that's just a small part of the movie. And there's also the problem that Ginny's son is lighting fires wherever he can. Maybe he should have burned the screenplay instead. But that's a little bit harsh. But here's the major problem with Wonder Wheel. It has the feel of a rather bad stage play to it, and the main protagonist, which is Ginny, comes across as very annoying and unlikable. It almost seems as if Woody Allen despised his own characters. The movie's about family, dealing with getting older, and of course love and unfulfilled dreams. And yet it's very hard to feel any kind of sympathy for Ginny's struggle. She's almost constantly loud, complaining, addressing her migrants and so on. And addressing each and every emotion is another big issue I have with the movie, and it's probably the one that got on my nerves the most. Woody Allen doesn't trust in his actors' abilities at all. Everything they think and feel is not just conveyed through their faces, gestures, their eyes and their bodies, but through the spoken words again and again. There are so many moments in the movie when characters say something like, "I'm consumed with jealousy," or "Why am I getting so nervous right now?" It's so in your face that I wasn't sure if it was meant as being funny, but unfortunately there is very little humor or cleverness to be found in Wonder Wheel. Some back and forth can make you laugh, and the boy who just wants to see the world burn is a neat little distraction, but overall the film gets very tedious. The laugh triangle isn't anything you haven't seen before, and it's played out very predictable. Maybe Woody Allen was aiming for a melodrama in the vein of old 1950s Douglas Sirk movies. His use of very strong colors hints in that direction, and that's what I enjoyed most. But the light-hearted narration by Mickey and the overall cartoony approach stand against it. So in the end, Wonder Woman failed completely, at least for me, when it comes to real emotions. I wasn't feeling anything for those characters, and the way Ginny was portrayed and how her story ended made me actually quite angry. In German I'd say, eine ganz nette Jahrmarktsatmosphäre, aber eine sehr anstrengende Hauptfigur und eine Regie, die absolut alles ausspricht und nichts den Schauspielern und dem Publikum überlässt. I give Wonder Wheel barely 5 out of 10. It's more like 4.6, but I don't do that.
You did.
Don't you think you're being a little melodramatic?
Whenever a movie gets less than 6, I give you 3 better flicks. I've mentioned it before because it features a little bit of Coney Island as well. Woody Allen's classic Annie Hall. I also refer to Douglas Sirk, so my next pick is All That Heaven Allows. And for one of Kate Winslet's best performances, I always go with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Alright, that's it like always. Comment below and let me know what you think about Wonder Wheel, and also let me know what's your favorite Woody Allen film. You can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at @JimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like, and make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.